Hey, you know something we probably we could do is one of our dear friends, Mike Durr, is on the call with us today too.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
Mike's been doing this with great success in his area. Is that correct?
That he most certainly has.
Mike, are you mic'd up today?
I think I am. Can you hear me?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. A little frustrated with my computer as I haven't been able to get online, so I just called in.
All right, great. So, Chris, you and Mike talk more of this language than I do. Why don't you, like the results of what he's getting? Why don't you ask him the appropriate questions about that?
Well, I mean, so Mike, I mean, tell people what you do and where you're from, and I would love to hear you describe it.
Well, I'll go real quick and brief. From Houston area, live in kind of North Houston. Kingwood is the world I live in. And with Chris Johnstone's advice and help back in 2012 at our Carl White event, he led me and introduced me to the Google My Business platform, if you will. And it sounded like something good. Totally Chris Johnstone guiding me on what to do. And back in those days, there was nobody on it. It was actually a lot different than it is today.
Oh, yeah.
But it's evolved into really the place where people go to find services. And it's not different for mortgage. And I was just looking because I wanted to have some information for everybody, is that currently in my pipeline for April, I have 6 loans, probably a little over $1.5 million that came directly from people finding me on Google, reading my reviews, and calling me. And I'm not a great sales guy. I just answer their questions, and we end up doing deals. I think it's an amazing part of what is I consider the base of my business, to be honest with you. So it's pretty spectacular.
And Mike, congratulations. That's amazing. Is that consistent? Like, November, December, January, like you get calls just consistently from it, or is it up and down?
Well, I really learned something just this last couple months. I made a presentation at one of our events, and I think at that event I'd done 34 units for the year that came specifically from the Google My Business platform. And wow. I mean, that's 2.5 plus deals every month, and it's consistent, and I get calls almost every day until about 6 weeks ago, Google shut my account down.
Oh my.
And it didn't occur to me, but boy, the phones went totally silent. I mean, I just wasn't getting any calls. And I didn't realize that I'd been suspended, and it was like crickets. And I thought, oh my gosh, what did I do? And they have a mechanism that allows you to go back and challenge the suspension. And fortunately, they reinstated my Google My Business account, and the call started again. And to get 6 in a month, not normal. I mean, if you guys know my business, I'm not a heavy duty producer. I think I did 80 units last year, and that was the best. That's up 100% from the year prior to that, based on Carl White's magic and the system that you created for us to follow. And the best thing I can tell you is I'm coachable, but that Google My Business thing from the start has been amazing. And anyway, so that's a short look at it. I do anticipate doing 120 deals this year, so I plan for a big increase. But it's really, this year I'm kind of focusing on realtors, which is probably what I should have done 2 years ago. So
that's amazing, Mike. And just I've got one more quick question for you.
And just one thing. First of all, congratulations to you, Mike. I appreciate the kind words, but brother, a lot of people see this information. Few will take action. You're one of the few. And so kudos to you, brother. And look, 80 loans for the month, 80 loans, man, there's nothing to hang your head about that, man. Every 80 loans helps. And
But yeah, I didn't say 80 a month. I said 80.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And I get it. We have some that do 80 in a month. I'm thinking
I know
of,
we do.
I'm thinking of Tammy Saul. I think she's literally doing it this month. But hey, we're each paddling our own canoe at our own rate down the river. And dude, you had 100% increase in your business, man. That's something to be proud of, Mike. And it's brother. We've known each other for a long time, you and I, and it's a true honor. So appreciate you sharing your experience with us today, Mike. I think Chris had one more question here before we let you get back.
Yeah. So I think one of the things that people are always a little bit hesitant about is the quality of online leads. Like we've all experienced from Facebook and Instagram. So when these people call you, can you give me or I guess everybody here on the call, can you give a rough idea of like who's on the other end of the line as far as the quality of the leads? Like how many people do you have to talk to get an application?
Well, that's a great question because I look at my closing percentage on the people that call me after they've seen the reviews. And I will share with you that when people call me and tell me, say, look, Mike, I saw your reviews. And I tell them, I say, look, I'm not that good. I mean, I've got wonderful reviews that people have said amazing things to me, and I'm going to have trouble living up to that, but I'll do my best. And I think by taking a stance of humility but I close probably 75% of the people that call me on the Google My Business.
Wow. That is, so from online, that is absolutely
an unbelievable number, dude. I just think I don't close 75% of my referred leads. So that's just an unprecedented number. Good for you, brother.
Well, I think we have a really good rate, and I'm pretty square with people, and I don't find many that don't do that. When, particularly it's the quality of the reviews. I have some people on there that just went overboard and said these just amazing things about me, and I think my current total is nothing like Tyler, but I've got 84 5-star reviews. I have no 4s, 3s, 2s, or 1s. And I think that just helps.
Absolutely. How many did you start with?
Well, let's see. There was my sister, who I did a loan with.
Yeah, everybody starts at 0.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah. But,
that's amazing, Mike. Thank you so much for sharing.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Just one last thing is I still send the same email that Chris Johnstone gave me 2012. I still send that same email out to people. It was when I asked for reviews, and it just continually works. So if Chris gives you something to do, don't mess with it. It works.
Thanks so much, Mike.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.